Now, what'd you have to do in the old days if you want to show a slideshow? Remember, you had to bust out that big projector, and then the bulb was burnt out, and then you couldn't get the power cord to work right, and then it was kind of hazy, and the top of the photo was brighter than the bottom of the photo, and it was just a major pain in the neck. You know what I'm talking about? But you see, within Elements, we can create our own slideshow, which people view on their desktop. And now with state-of-the-art technology, you know how how you can hook your laptop up to one of these new projectors. Don't have to worry about much. All your adjustments were made previously, and it just shoots through. But more commonly, the slideshow could just be shown right off of your desktop in movie format or PDF format. So we saw it in there in the options in the previous lesson, but now we're going to do it. So let's go into View and Organize Photos, and we're going to do a little show. We're going to do some slide and show. That's right. So first thing you want to do is select your photos. I'm going to grab the duck. I'm going to grab the cars. Going to grab the fake man and the dog. How's that? And let me grab a few more. Why not? This is a slideshow, right? Okay. So once you've control-clicked, grab the ones you've wanted. We're going to go into Create again. Alright. The familiar window. Now guess which one we're going to choose. I know it's hard to figure it out, but you can do it. It's on the top. That's right. Slideshow. So make sure Slideshow is selected. Click OK. And we're in. Alright. Slideshow preferences. Static duration. How long do you want each slide to be up? Maybe 3 seconds for me. This is totally up to you. How do you want it to transition between slides? Stretch, spiral, slide left, waterfall. I'm going to do pixelate. I just like that one. Because what that does is it gives you a little preview. I like that. Anyway, experiment with the different options within there. Let me just show you a few more. The gradient wipe, I like that too. Pinwheel, it's kind of like from the movies or cheap TV shows. Oh, we did pixelate. Random bars, it's interesting. Slide left, that's just a simple spiral. Let's see what that one does. Alright. Stretch. Aha. Venetian blinds. Similar to the random bars, but different. Waterfall. I like that. Zigzag. And there's random, barn doors. Barn doors. Oh yeah, that's right. Clock wipe, dissolve. See, that's the one I was picturing, not pixelate. I like dissolve. Fade should be similar, but not as pixelated. Yeah. I'm going to do dissolve. How long does it take to dissolve? That's the transition duration. I like 1 second. You can customize it if you want. You can apply zoom and pan if you want. Include photo captions as text. Include audio captions as narration. Repeat soundtrack until last slide. And if you have landscape or portrait, do you want to crop them to fit? Preview quality doesn't need to be that high. I'd leave it as medium. Click OK. Now we should have it come up in a second here. See, never view delays as an inconvenience, just an opportunity to get something else done. Now, those few seconds, I grabbed a cup of coffee, took a sip. See? Alright, now can you see this? Let me try to... bring it up if I can. I can't. Okay, well you can see well enough here. Okay. Now we're given a lot of different options here. Normal familiar buttons here. File, Edit, View, Help. Save project. What do you want to output it to? What kind of format? If we're going to add media, for instance a soundtrack. Add a blank slide. That's useful if you want to add text. See, say you want that slide to be at the beginning. There. See, this shows you the order of the slideshow. So make sure that's selected. This is advantageous if you want to say, welcome to my show. Some sort of introductory slide you could put there. Okay, and we could adjust it to the format that we want. There's a preview, edit slideshow button. Graphics. If we wanted to add any graphics to the slides, just double click on one. And then you can reposition them. I'm doing it on the blank slide, but you can add these graphics to, as well as text, additional text, or narration here to any of the slides. So let's pick this one with the dog in it. And so there's different font styles within the text mode that you could choose, not just our normal one we had at the beginning. If we go back to graphics, that was expanded. This is a long list. We want to go to thoughts and bubbles. So I'm going to minimize. All of them are maximized right now. But there's all sorts of categories of graphics you can insert. There they are. Thoughts and speech bubbles. So you grab the one that looks like it'll fit the picture the best. I'm going to grab this one here. And now, once you have the bubble where you want it, say I wanted it right there, then we hit Add Text. The problem with this is the text is the wrong color. Now, how are we going to change the text color? Well, we can leave it at white for right now, but I'll show you how to do that. Now these were our options for the graphics, but you notice right below here there's a little caret for properties. And here is where we edit the text. We can choose our font style, the opacity of the text, center it, just like in Word. Lots of different text tools if we wanted to drop shadow. But right now what we're concerned with is changing the text color from white to a black, because we can't see it. There we go. So there's the text editing tool. Don't forget about it down here. The slide order, I'd choose custom, but there are other options, random, by date, folder location. I don't know really when you'd use a lot of that, but there's a quick recorder button, or I'm sorry, click to reorder. Didn't read that right. Select all slides, fit slides to audio. Once you have all your options the way you want them, you can hit the preview button. And then down here's our play button. And now we get to see a preview of our slideshow. And back to the beginning. Now once you have it the way you want it, you can either choose output from this screen. So this is what I would do. You can go back to edit if you wanted to, make any changes. And then once you have it the way you want it, you could save the project, or you can output it to a certain format. So click output. And now you're given several other options. Save as a file, burn to disk, email slideshow, send to TV. Here's the most common one, save as a file. Do you want to save it as a movie file, a PDF file, and then what size do you want it? What format do you want it in? If you choose movie, like this, I'd choose a medium format right here. But you can choose whatever you want. Or choose PDF. I'm going to leave it as movie and medium. And click OK. Now where do we want to save it? Save it to the desktop. You can title it whatever you want. I'm going to leave it as Untitled Slideshow. And now it's creating it. So this is the most common way to do a slideshow. Is just put it into a movie format that you could email to people, or put on your screen here as a background while people are walking in the room. A lot of times if you have a TV that accepts input from a computer, like I have one that does that, you can simply set your slideshow up here on your computer, hook it up to your TV, and just have a changing picture in the background, almost as if a picture on the wall is changing, except it's on your TV. So people get to see a slideshow of trips and things as they come over. Just something for people to see, perhaps ask questions about. And I just showed you a very simple way to do the slideshow. Should be nearing halfway done. So, time for another cup of coffee. Now, we didn't get a chance to go into the other areas under Create. I mean, we created an album, we created a web photo gallery, and just now we created a slideshow. But there are about 6 or 7 other options in there to experiment with. And what's nice is it's in a wizard type of format. In other words, you can't really go wrong. If you go through each step of the way and hit Next, go through each of your options, you really can't go wrong with Elements. It's very user-friendly, even if you're not familiar with it. be just a little bit longer here. I want to show you the movie once it comes up, how it looks. Maybe while this is being done, I don't think we can now. We can't experiment with any of these other sections, but there would be the narration button over there that we didn't really get into. Sometimes you were working on a project and you didn't finish it and you don't want to output it to video right away. So you just save the project, then we could come back to it, and that's when you use File, Open. Look for the project you saved that you weren't finished with, and then continue to work on it. You may want to add also the blank slide throughout. Maybe you want a blank one where you have some text on it in between slides. Alright, that bought enough time for this to almost finish. 99, and voila! Successfully outputted. Would you like to import the file into your catalog? That'll just show up in your photo organizer. I'd hit yes, why not? Importing it. This shouldn't take very long. Alright. Now we can exit out. Would you like to save this changes to the project? If you don't, then you'd have to recreate all the different effects if you wanted to add to this slideshow later. I'm going to hit no, though. Your slideshow has been saved at the top of the photo browser. The photo browser is the area where your photos, video clips, audio files, PDF, and creations are displayed either one at a time or in a grid of thumbnails. Alright. So I'm going to just go to the desktop here. There it is right there, Untitled Slideshow. So that would be the file you'd either email to your friends or make it small enough so you can see it here. Alright. So that's in a format almost anybody could read who has a media player, because it comes with most Windows. So experiment with the slideshow and have some fun. Have a cup of coffee.